Thank you. Okay. Okay. Hello, everybody. Hello. Hi. So, yeah, my name's Bella. I'm a third year film student graduating in July. I actually handed in my dissertation today. Thank you. So feeling very good about that. So I'm actually here to talk about, as Jordan said, the Westminster Working Culture Singapore trip, which I went on a few weeks ago. It was an incredible experience. I can't describe anything like it, and when I speak to people from other universities, they're very jealous because it's not every university experience to say, oh, I went to Singapore. It feels very casual, but it's a very special experience. So I want to cover a little bit about why I was interested in the program and what I gained from it. So obviously, Singapore, culture, food, exploration, there was so much about why I wanted to go there. It was my first time in Asia, and I learned so much about the country itself. But also I wanted to go to upskill. For me, myself, I'm in the film industry. It's what I want to do. I've decided forever that is going to be my life. But I think it is really important to make sure you have a range of skills coming out of university. For example, during COVID-19, when all of us were a little bit out of a job, it would have been nice to have some other skills I could also invest in. And that's something I definitely gained from my trip to Singapore. At first, I was definitely hesitant. I didn't know if all of the speakers would attract me. Maybe I'm not businessy enough for this or sciencey enough for this, or I don't know enough about sustainability. But it really allowed me to reflect on my own industry and what I can take away from other leaders in their own industries. For example, we met Julian Low, who was the ex-CEO of MasterCard in Singapore, and she spoke about something that really touched me, which was about being a disruptive innovator, as she described it. I'd never heard this phrase in my life. Film students are illiterate, everyone knows that. So that really touched me, especially coming from another woman of color. It's something that really spoke to me, and I started reflecting on how I could be a disruptive innovator in my own industry. Another event that was really important to me was the alumni event. It was an amazing evening hosted by Brendan, who is somewhere in the room. Hello. We had panelists who spoke about sustainability in their industry. And again, I reflected on how can the film industry be more sustainable? How can we be more environmentally conscious? And I got to speak about these things to people who are so much older than me, so much more mature, so much more knowledgeable, but I felt like I could be vulnerable and I could say, I don't really know what this means. And they really did care about learning about my career development. It was truly an amazing night. Another skill that I took away was public speaking and presentation, which hopefully I am showing to you now. Thank you. The speakers are from the top of their careers in their industry. They used PowerPoint so well. They knew how to tell a story. They knew how to use pace, how to slow down, how to use volume to their advantage. And that was something I really took away from the trip as a whole. In general, kind of the purpose of the trip and the most important thing is building a global network. I've never considered that I could travel abroad or work abroad. You know, when you live somewhere, you're like, oh, my life is just here. I'm just in London forever. But something I really gained was the knowledge that this is possible. I've seen so many people who were in the same position as me, undergraduates at Westminster, who have now gone on to live in Singapore, of all places. And it really felt like something that could truly be accessible to me. And that was a really important part of the trip. So I want to thank Jordan and Alyssa, the Quinton Hogg Trust, everyone who organized this, WWC for bringing it all together, because it's become an unforgettable part of my university experience, and I couldn't be more thankful for the opportunity.